Hi guys, welcome to this week's Go From Your Desk. This one is going to be a bit of a chest opener. Okay, so now back in this lockdown period, this one's probably taking on even more importance because we're probably spending a little bit more time sat down, a little less time out and about, work, whatever, leisure. You're probably going to be sat down quite a bit more. So this one's taking on a bit more importance this past month. So we're going to begin with a dead simple one. We did it a few weeks ago, a seated butterfly. So you can take your hands and you can kind of clasp them like this, or you can just put them together and you can put those on the back of your head. Your elbows then will be pointing out towards the side. You're then going to kind of pull your elbows back this way. So I'll do 10 from here if you want to join in. And then I'll show you from the other angle. Let's carry on and do another 10 from this angle. So I've got my fingertips together at the minute. And I'm just going to pull my shoulder blades back together. Okay. So, as I said, you can make that one a little bit more difficult, a little bit more flexible requirements by clasping your fingers. Put them on the back of your head. And now you'll see my elbows are actually facing a lot more forward from this angle. You can see where my elbows, they're not out to the side, they're more forward now. So this one is then working up slightly harder. You do 10 more. And a set of these every hour or so will take you 30 seconds. Some more from the side so you can see what's going on. So the more you clasp your fingers, the tighter you've got those hands together, the more difficult it is to pull your elbows back. Trying to keep your back flat. You can do it seated, you can do it standing, you can do it kneeling. Okay, so that was our first one. Just get our upper back moving and the feel of pulling your shoulders back and getting out of this posture. So next one, we did this one laying on the floor. We're going to do this one seated as well. It's another good option. If you're sat there, you can get a few of these done throughout the day. So a seated handcuff. So you're going to put your hands behind your back. And again, similar thing here. Put your fingertips together. You'll be able to see a little bit more. If you clasp hands, it'll pull you forward a little bit. And it's a little bit difficult. So we'll start with a slightly easier one. Fingertips together. I'll do both angles again, we'll do both versions, 10 reps each. So, hands are then in the small of your lower back, okay? And then you'll see where my elbows are currently facing. Now I want to pull my elbows back, but to do that I want to move my shoulders back. Now I'm going to show you some good ones. So I'll show 5 good ones, and I'll show you a really common error with this one. So, you get your elbows to go back, but you can also shoot your shoulders forward. So watch my elbows move, but look at where my shoulders have gone. So, watch my shoulder, and you can see it's pointing this way. So it's gone forward here, but what I actually want to do is drag it back. So I want to drag that shoulder back and down. I don't want to go here and roll it forward. I can still do the same elbow movement, but my shoulder can pop forward. I want my shoulders blade to go back. Okay? So 10 from there. Show you again. So fingertips together. 10 good ones now. So pull your shoulders back and together. Okay, so now we can go slightly more difficult. Clasp your hands behind your back. And we'll do 10 more. And again, same thing applies. Small your back. Make sure you're not just shooting your shoulders forward in order to move your elbows. You want to drag your shoulder blades back and together. And then a really good way to think about this is you're trying to move your shoulder blades towards your back pocket of your pants. So, okay, my shorts don't have back pockets. But if they were there, that's my aim, is to move them in that direction. So, you should feel some good movement for your shoulders and the back now. So we're going to go a little bit bigger with the movement. So this one you will need some floor space. I'm going to go into a side lying position, a little bit like the hand together thoracic rotation, the warm up last month. So with this one, it's really similar positions. You want to get into this position here, where this leg is right the way over. My left leg is straight, my right leg's at 90 degrees, and my knee and my foot are planted to the floor, okay? So you're then going to put both arms straight to begin with, and then my top hand is going to go round like a book opening, okay? So this is a side lying, we'll call it a book opener, I kind of like that name, and back, okay? So round, up, and kind of look back. Now, key faults for this one is this knee coming off the floor. So if you go like this, you go all the way around because your knees come up, you're kind of defeating the object of which part of the body wants to move. And then also the bottom hand coming up. So you could go like this and get much further. So you want to make sure this is down and this is down. Now if you're struggling to get much, so you really want to be able to get past this 90-degree point, you should be able to get past there without anything coming up. If you can't quite get past there without anything coming off the floor, so if you're getting here and you're stuck, what you can do is grab a small object. Foam roll is perfect for this, but anything that's sort of that height and below, you pop your knee on there, and then it should allow you to rotate a little bit more than you were doing, okay? But make sure your feet are pointing ahead, both feet, and then you can fully open up like a book. So, let's try the other side. Got foot flat, both feet are pointing that direction. This bottom leg is straight, this one's at 90 degrees. Keep the knee flat, keep the hand on the bottom flat. Take it slowly and control it, okay? So you can't just fling yourself. The other fault we see with this is that people go and throw it, but you need to control it at that end range. And effectively every rep, you should be able to get a little bit further. And it's just teaching your body to be able to go into that position each rep. What do you 10? Okay, so we're doing the same position, but this time we're going to do a windmill, okay? So exactly the same setup, everything on the floor here, just the same, okay? Make sure you are on your side, make sure you're not half turned. And then instead of going this way, we're going to go up over my head. So I'm going to go up this way, as far as I can with my knee coming off, and then back around. Now you're probably going to end in this position, okay? But you're just going to do a different route. So you're going to go up and back around. Keeping that knee down. If you need something underneath it just to help, if you're not getting around, that's fine. Okay, so we can do the same on the other side. Just going to roll. Get everything facing that direction. Hands together. Take that left hand up, put top hand up and round. Try and keep that knee in contact with the floor. I'll do 10 here. If you can watch the hand, you'll get some extra rotation and extension. Cool. Okay, so our last one. There's going to be a couple of ways to do this depending on how mobile you are. But basically this is a much stricter shoulder rotation here. Okay, so we can do it forward and back. What you can do is you use the wall as a blocking object and be in a half kneel position. A half kneel position doesn't allow you much movement, and we can actually get rid of some more movement using the foam roller, you see in a minute. So the first thing to do, and see if you can do this to begin with, is set up with your front leg, this leg, further away from the wall, and the back leg a little bit closer to the wall. You're then going to go, I don't know, forearm, top of your arm, about that distance away, and you're going to try and go round without touching the wall if you can. And then back over, easy. I can slide on the wall at top, back point. There you go, missed it, that was better. If you keep this hand and the smaller your back, you'll see if you're rounding that way, which you want to try and avoid if we can. So we want to stay facing forward where possible. Okay, so we'll try the other side. So just get your distances right. If you put your arm out to the side, your elbows should just about touch the wall. Okay, you can adjust. If you can't get round, just move yourself further away. If you can get round all the way without touching the wall or without getting stuck on the wall, you can move a little bit closer. So for example, I'm going to go a little bit closer. There you go. And you can go up and see if you can get round. See, not quite, so I'm going to get stuck there. So I need to move slightly further away. Squeeze your glutes, make sure that you're nice and stable. And we can do the other side a little bit closer, not too close to the last one. Just around that side. So really try not to rotate onto it. Okay, so for those of you who have healthy mobile shoulders, if you want to take this to the next level, grab yourself a foam roller, whether it's full length or this really short one, put it on the wall. You can block it with your knee. Now there's two ways we can make this more difficult. We can block it with our knee on this side, which is really hard. You see how close I am to the wall? Or you can block it on the other side here. So I can block off there. So now it's the front leg is closest, and I can go up and round. But it stops you from moving the lower body as well. So it just makes it much stricter. So, next level, front leg, close to the wall, use your foam roller, or even if there's anything that's like you can stick between you and the wall to keep you honest, and then rotate round, trying not to touch the wall. And the final level I'm going to show you is stick it up on the wall and go with that outside leg, where you're going to be really tight to the wall, so make sure you can do the others before you do something. I'm pretty certain I can't get around. Yeah, not quite. Let's see around the back. Not quite. So you can see how tricky that one is. But there are your options. Just go close to the wall, rotate, and open up that shoulder. Okay? And that will all contribute to you feeling a little bit more open through the chest and get you out of that horrible sitting position, which hopefully you don't find yourself in too much. But the most important thing you do, guys, is just do a little bit every so often, okay, throughout the day. Don't get caught sat at your desk and then sat down for lunch and then sat down at dinner time, okay? Move around every so often, change your posture as much as you can, and just keep on the move, okay? Alright guys, see you all next week for another Get Up. Bye bye.